you're great today. By the way, I am Lorgan Ethan, and this is the presentation of Group 4. Before I start, I would like to introduce the members of Group 4. They are Kanika Faith Estrella, Aramea Nervasa, Darlene May Roble, Rose Claire Sison, and yours truly, Lorgan Ethan. To start with, our chosen field of engineering is electrical engineering. And the famous engineer that we will talk about in the said field is Nikola Tesla. So we have some famous quotes of Tesla.
They are, "The present is theirs, the future for which I really worked is mine. If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. Of all things, I like looks best. Then last, I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own."
Based on these quotes, we can get not much but at least a little hint of what type he is as a person or an inventor.
Before we go further about Tesla, let's recall what is an electrical engineering. And I know all of you has an overview or ideas about this because of our last activity and selection ni Ma'am. But still, let's go further about electrical engineering. So, what is electrical engineering? Electrical engineering is a branch of engineering that deals with technology of electricity, design, construction, and maintenance of electrical machinery, equipment, and control systems. Civil and mechanical engineering share certain issues with electrical engineering. Today, electrical engineering includes branches like power generation, batteries, electronics, and motors. So based on the definition, electrical engineering involves electricity or kuryente, and also other electricity-based machines, equipments, and control systems. But a lot got confused about electrical engineering and electronics. Now let's define it. So electrical engineering involved with large-scale electrical powered equipment such as machines, power systems, and electronics, while electronics involves small-scale electronics and more on programming that relies on IT subjects and programs. To continue with, what does an electrical engineer do? So, an electrical engineer plans, creates, tests, and oversees the production of electrical systems and devices such as electric motors, smartphones, and power-producing machinery.
One of the most famous engineers in this field is Nikola Tesla. Who is Nikola Tesla? He was born in Smiljan, Croatia on 10th of July in 1865. His progenitors were from western Serbia near Montenegro. He was about 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighing around 142 pounds. He was described as having light eyes, very big hands, and remarkably big thumbs. He was studying at the Imperial Royal Technical College in Graz, Austria, where he first became fascinated with electricity. He performed integral calculus in his head, which prompted his teachers to believe that he was cheating. So imagine, Nikola Tesla can solve integral calculus mentally. Although it's not really a surprise, since his thought process all along was far ahead from other people, that even geniuses like Albert Einstein was very amazed at his brilliance. Moving forward, Tesla's father promised that he will send him to the best engineering school if he will recover to his illness, which is cholera. So for everyone's information, cholera is an acute diarrheal illness caused by the infection of the intestine with a Vibrio cholerae bacteria. So you can get this through drinking or eating food contaminated with the cholera bacterium. Due to this illness, Nikola Tesla was bedridden for 9 months. After his recovery, as what his father promised him, he was sent to the best engineering school.
Tesla's legacy has included in books, films, radio, TV, music, live theater, comics, and video games. The impact of the technologies invented or inventions by Tesla is recurring theme in several types of science fiction. Tesla Experimental Station was built by him in 1899 in Colorado. Dito siya mag-study and mag-let's say experiment about high voltage, high frequency electricity and wireless power transmission. Nikola Tesla Memorial Center is cultural historical site at Tesla's birthplace, which is Smiljan, Croatia. Nikola Motor Company is corporation which is dedicated to him.
Good day everyone, I'm Rose Dears the Sun and I will present to you the some inventions of Nikola Tesla. Here are the some inventions of Nikola Tesla. First is the Tesla bulb, the AC induction motor, the Tesla coil, the vacuum variable capacitor, the remote controlled boat, and the radio. Those 6 are only some of his inventions. If you search further, he has still a lot of inventions that helps the community to improve and for its betterness. Now I will define a little bit definition of those 6. A Tesla valve, called a valvular conduit by its inventor, is fixed geometry passive check valve. It allows a fluid to flow preferentially in one direction without moving parts. The device is named after Nikola Tesla, who was awarded as patent 1,329,559 in 1920 for its invention. Now we will let me give a little bit of the definition of an AC induction motor. An AC induction motor is inherently more efficient, lighter, simpler, and more reliable than a DC motor. It would make a better electric car if only it were feasible to convert the batteries DC into AC easily. Now let's have the Tesla coil. A Tesla coil is a device for making high voltages. Voltage is a way to measure how much an electric charge has. Tesla coil can make voltages of more than 1,000,000 volts. The small one is used in demonstration makes about 60,000 volts. Now let's talk about the vacuum variable capacitor. A vacuum variable capacitor is a variable capacitor which uses a high vacuum as the dielectric instead of air or other insulating material. This allows for a higher voltage rating than an air dielectrics using a smaller total volume. However, many dielectrics have higher breakdown field strength than vacuum, 60 to 170 ampere amp for Teflon, 470 to 670 ampere amp for fused silicon, and 2000 ampere amp for diamond, compared with 20 to 40 ampere for vacuum. There are several different designs in vacuum variables. The most common firmest intermixed concentric cylinders, which are contained within a glass or ceramic vacuum envelope, similar to an electron tube. Now let's talk about the remote control boat. Tesla created a remote control boat to exhibit at Madison Square Garden back in 1898. The boat's rudder and propeller, Tesla called the boat Devil Automatic, and knew the boat had military prospects in conducting battle remotely. Now let's talk about the radio. Tesla, master of lightning, who invented the radio. With his newly created Tesla coils, the inventor soon discovered that he could transmit and receive powerful radio signals when they were tuned to resonate at the same frequency. Tesla's early experiments with radio began in 1890s. That's all. Thank you.
One more fact about Tesla is that he has an IQ range of 160 to 210. He's even comparable to Einstein. And according to research, when a certain man asked Einstein if what is the feeling of being the smartest man alive, he answered, "I don't know, you can ask Tesla." So it may be blunt that we can safely presume that Einstein acknowledged that Tesla is even smarter than him. And this is very interesting. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching and listening, and I hope that this can somehow add up to your knowledge and you learn something new in this video presentation. Goodbye!